Welcome back to the deep dive. It feels like every other headline these days screams about AI.
It's everywhere, isn't it?
It really is. And it's easy to get overwhelmed, maybe even a little anxious. But what does this revolution really mean for how we work, how we grow, and maybe most critically, how we lead our teams?
That's the core question, I think, the practical impact.
Exactly. So today, we're diving deep into that very question. Our mission, as always, is to give you that shortcut to being truly well-informed. We've extracted the most important insights from a really comprehensive report called AI Managers Career Development.
A great resource.
Yeah, we want to help you navigate this new frontier, maybe understand some surprising facts, and prepare for the future, hopefully, with a few aha moments that genuinely shift your perspective.
And what's truly transformative about this, I think, is that it's not merely about technology. It's fundamentally reshaping our understanding of, well, human potential and how we collaborate.
Collaboration is key.
Definitely. So we're going to explore not just what's happening, but why it matters for you and your team, trying to help you transition from that feeling of uncertainty to a place of proactive strategic action.
Yeah, turning apprehension into opportunity.
That's the goal. This deep dive is really designed to equip you with the insights you need to do just that.
The new frontier. Understanding generative AI's impact on the workforce.
Okay, so let's kick things off by making sure we're all speaking the same language when it comes to generative AI, because let's be honest, the terms get thrown around so much.
Oh, absolutely. Buzzword bingo, like you said.
Right. So what is GenAI, fundamentally?
Right. So at its core, generative AI, or GenAI, it's a category of artificial intelligence that actually creates entirely new, unique content.
Create, so different from older AI.
Totally different. Instead of just analyzing existing data or, classifying it or making predictions based on it, GenAI literally produces novel things. We're talking original text, images, audio, even software code, or complex molecular designs for drug discovery. Yeah, it learns the underlying patterns and structures from these massive data sets.
Like the whole internet kind of massive?
Exactly, that kind of scale.
Yeah.
And then it uses that understanding to generate something truly new, something that hasn't existed before in that exact form.
So it's not just recognizing a cat in a picture, it's drawing a brand new cat that no one has ever seen.
That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
It's a really remarkable leap.
It sounds it. What's the magic behind it? You hear terms like LLMs.
Right, the large language models.
Yeah.
That's often the engine. These are the large-scale foundation models. Things like Google's Gemini or OpenAI's ChatGPT are probably the best-known examples.
Okay.
They're trained on just immense quantities of information, which lets them do an astonishing range of tasks. Summarizing, answering complex questions, classifying data, often with very little extra training.
And the key thing is they're accessible now, right?
That's the game changer. Their accessibility. You don't need to be a coding wizard anymore. You interact using natural conversational language, just like talking to a person.
Which removes a huge barrier.
Completely. Historically, AI was limited to highly specialized technical experts. Now, it's, well, almost democratized.
So anyone can tap into this power, which changes everything for how businesses can use it. What does that look like in terms of actual tangible value? Day-to-day operations.
Yeah, it's already being integrated into core workflows across countless industries, delivering significant value right now. We can sort of break down the impact into maybe three main areas.
Okay.
First, GenAI is dramatically enhancing the customer experience. It's powering a whole new generation of chatbots and virtual agents.
Better than the old annoying ones.
Oh, light years beyond. These aren't just rote response bots. They give highly personalized, context-aware responses in real time. They can pull info from internal knowledge bases and external sources to solve complex issues, even initiate actions for the customer.
Making it seamless.
Really seamless, a truly intelligent interaction.
I think I've experienced that. Some of the better customer service bots feel like they actually understand.
Exactly. That's likely GenAI at work. Second, it's a massive boost for data synthesis and insight generation.
Handling all that unstructured data.
Precisely. Think call transcripts, customer reviews, reports, meeting notes, huge volumes of text. Organizations can now explore all this through conversational interfaces.
So no more manual sifting.
Right. GenAI can summarize it, spot key themes, answer complex questions about the data. This means much faster, more informed decision-making. Imagine a marketing team instantly understanding sentiment across 1 million reviews.
That's incredible. The time savings alone.
Huge. And third, GenAI really shines at the automation of cognitive tasks. This is where we see that new layer of digital labor.
repetitive mental work.
Exactly. The tedious cognitive stuff. Drafting initial emails, generating marketing copy, creating technical docs, writing reports, even generating and debugging code.
Summarizing long documents, too, I hear.
In seconds. Summarizing long docs or meetings. This capability really boosts the productivity of knowledge workers everywhere, freeing them from the more mundane parts of their jobs.
So it's not just a fancy chatbot, it's a creative partner across every industry imaginable. Think about the implications for your own work. Legal drafting contracts, engineers designing parts.
That's the crucial takeaway. It's not niche. GenAI isn't just another tech tool, it's becoming foundational.
Foundational, that's a strong word.
I think it fits. Its widespread applicability signals it as a critical business tool set to reshape global industries. Drug discovery, manufacturing, finance, law, marketing, you name it.
Which means understanding it is no longer optional.
It's imperative for leaders. Absolutely.
The great reshuffling, job augmentation, displacement, and transformation.
Okay, that broad applicability you mentioned, that's a huge part of why GenAI feels so different and maybe, frankly, a bit unsettling for a lot of people. This isn't just about factory floors anymore, is it?
No, it's profoundly different. This wave of automation is a significant departure from the past.
How so?
Historically, automation mainly hit routine, manual, blue-collar tasks, think assembly lines. But GenAI disrupts cognitive and non-routine work.
The thinking jobs.
Exactly. Writing, analysis, creative thinking, programming, skills we previously thought were uniquely human. And this shift means the impact is felt most acutely in those middle to higher paid professions, the ones often considered safe until recently: legal, finance, marketing.
So the white-collar worker is now feeling the heat that blue-collar workers felt before. That's a fundamental shift in how people see job security, isn't it?
It really is. And the scale of this potential disruption is substantial. Research from Brookings suggests over 30% of workers are in jobs where at least half their tasks could be significantly affected.
30%, that's huge.
It is. And the highest exposure is overwhelmingly in knowledge work. Business and finance, legal, computer fields, management. It really looks like a fundamental reshuffling of the labor market.
Wow.
Where the value of purely cognitive skills is being, well, reevaluated against what AI can now do.
And this rapid, far-reaching change has, understandably, fueled a lot of anxiety. I remember seeing headlines, CEOs talking about workforce reductions because of AI.
The anxiety is palpable, definitely. And it's a critical challenge for managers. Pew Research found most Americans think AI will have a major, mostly negative impact on jobs.
People are worried.
They are. And it's not just abstract fear. Think about that Amazon memo from Andy Jassy talking about AI-driven efficiency gains, leading to reducing the corporate workforce.
Yeah, I remember the reaction to that.
Exactly. You had employees sarcastically commenting internally that nothing is more motivating than reading that your job will be replaced by AI. It highlights that deep fear, and that climate of anxiety is serious. It undermines morale, productivity, and even the willingness to adopt these AI tools. Managers have to address it directly.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because the fear is real, but the reality might be more nuanced for your career. It's not always wholesale replacement. It's more about task augmentation.
Yes, that nuance is absolutely critical. While the fears of mass job loss are understandable, the analysis suggests the primary impact will be task augmentation, not complete job automation.
So AI helps with parts of the job.
Exactly. The tech is much better at automating specific tasks within a role than replacing the whole complex job. A full role usually involves technical skills, social intelligence, emotional intelligence, context, nuances AI struggles with.
So an AI might draft a legal brief, but it can't really negotiate a tricky client deal or read a jury.
Precisely. The more likely scenario is GenAI acts as a powerful assistant. It frees employees from the repetitive, time-consuming cognitive stuff.
Letting them focus on higher value things.
Exactly. Things that require uniquely human skills. Complex problem-solving, strategic thinking, creativity, building relationships.
Are there examples of this already happening?
Definitely. Look at Morgan Stanley. They have a GenAI tool that records, transcribes, and summarizes client calls. It saves their financial advisors about 30 minutes per meeting.
Half an hour back. That's significant.
Huge. Time they now use for strategic thinking and deepening client relationships, not just note-taking. Or Goldman Sachs developers using internal GenAI for documentation and code generation. It's boosted productivity, letting them tackle more complex problems.
So it's a partner. That's a powerful argument. It changes what humans do, not necessarily the need for humans.
That's the key message. The real challenge for managers is to proactively communicate this reality of augmentation. Don't let the displacement narrative dominate.
Frame it as evolution, not extinction.
Exactly. Leverage AI to enhance human capabilities. It raises an important question, though. How do we actually do that? How do we communicate augmentation effectively when the fear of displacement is so strong?
The emerging skills matrix, redefining valuable in a human-AI workforce.
That communication challenge brings us right to the next big point. If AI is changing what we do, it must be changing what skills are valuable. So what does this new skills matrix look like?
Yeah, as GenAI automates some tasks and augments others, the skilled portfolio organization's value is really transforming.
It's not just about what you know anymore.
Not just that, it's about your ability to collaborate seamlessly with AI and, crucially, apply those uniquely human cognitive abilities. We can think about this new landscape in terms of maybe 3 layers.
Okay.
First, entirely new AI-centric roles are popping up. Second, crucial fusion skills for everyone collaborating with AI. And third, underlying metacognitive skills.
Let's start with those new roles. If AI automates things, does it also create new jobs? What do those look like?
It absolutely does. It's a job creator as much as a disruptor. These roles are essential for building, maintaining, and optimizing the AI systems themselves.
Like what?
Well, you have the prompt engineer. This is someone who specializes in crafting and refining the text instructions, the prompts, to guide GenAI models.
So talking to the AI effectively is a skill itself.
A highly valued one. It needs linguistic skill, logic, creativity. Then there's the AI trainer.
Teaching the AI.
Kind of. They build and improve AI systems by designing data sets, running simulations, refining training methods so the AI interprets human input accurately.
Interesting. What else?
We're seeing AI designers emerge, merging AI tech with user experience designed to create intuitive interfaces, often using GenAI itself for rapid prototyping.
Makes sense.
In healthcare, people envision an AI-assisted healthcare technician operating AI diagnostic tools, interpreting the data, linking the tech, doctors and patients.
Bridging the gap.
And critically, the AI ethics officer, developing guidelines for fairness, transparency, accountability, trying to prevent biased outcomes.
That sounds incredibly important.
It is. These are all roles that barely existed, if at all, just a few years ago.
Okay, so those are specialized roles. What about the rest of us, the knowledge workers interacting with AI daily?
That's where fusion skills come in. These are essential competencies for all knowledge workers collaborating with AI. They govern that human-machine interface.
Fusion skills. Okay, like what?
First is intelligent interrogation. This is the art of asking the right questions, targeted, iterative questions to get valuable, non-obvious answers from AI.
More than just Googling something.
Much more. It's using language almost like programming. Techniques involve breaking complex tasks down, asking the AI to explain its reasoning step by step, being really specific.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Instead of asking, give me marketing ideas, you'd say something like, act as a marketing strategist for a B2B SaaS company. Outline a 3-month content plan targeting VPs of operations. For each month, suggest 3 blog topics, a webinar theme, and a LinkedIn campaign concept.
Ah, okay. Super specific instructions, like learning a new, more powerful language.
Exactly. The second fusion skill is judgment integration. This is the critical human ability to blend AI's analytical output with human expertise, ethics, and strategic context.
Because AI lacks judgment.
It lacks nuanced judgment, yes. It might propose an efficient solution that ignores values or risks. The human acts as a curator, validating accuracy, checking for bias, making the final call based on a holistic understanding the AI can't grasp.
Like that logistics manager example you gave earlier, overwriting the AI route due to geopolitical risk.
Precisely. The human is the ultimate editor, the quality control, the conscience.
Got it. What's the third one?
Reciprocal apprenticing. This is about the symbiotic, continuous learning between human and AI.
Learning from each other.
Yeah. The human teaches the AI, giving feedback, correcting errors, providing context. And the AI teaches the human, suggesting new approaches, novel solutions.
Like that developer example, correcting the AI's code, but maybe learning a more elegant solution from the AI in return.
Exactly. It's a continuous loop of mutual learning and refinement.
That's a really sophisticated level of interaction. It sounds like it goes beyond just skills. It requires a certain mindset almost.
It absolutely does. And that brings us right to the criticality of metacognitive skills.
Metacognitive. Okay, break that down.
Sure. Metacognition is basically thinking about your own thinking. It's those higher order processes for planning, monitoring, and regulating your own learning and problem solving.
So self-awareness about how you work.
Yes. Analyzing tasks, reflecting on what you know and don't know, checking if your approach is working, and adjusting strategically if it's not.
And how does that apply to working with AI?
Crucially, research from places like MIT Sloan shows the benefits of GenAI aren't automatic. They're disproportionately realized by people with strong metacognitive skills.
Why is that?
Because they don't use AI passively. They think first, what am I really trying to achieve? What information do I need? Then they craft strategic prompts. As they get output, they monitor. Is this helping? Where's the AI maybe flawed? How can I guide it better?
So it's active engagement, being the driver, not the passenger, as the report puts it.
Exactly that distinction. You're actively steering the interaction, not just accepting whatever comes out.
That's powerful. And the good news is these skills can be developed, right? They're not just innate traits.
That's a critical finding for managers. Metacognitive skills are not fixed. They can be explicitly taught and developed through training, workshops, exercises.
So we can make people better AI collaborators.
Significantly better. You can think of it like this. The fusion skills, intelligent interrogation, judgment integration, reciprocal apprenticing, those are the actions. Metacognitive skills are the underlying cognitive engine driving those actions.
You need the thinking behind the doing.
Exactly. To ask intelligent questions, you first need metacognition to reflect on goals and knowledge gaps. To integrate judgment, you need metacognition to self-monitor and assess the AI's output against strategy.
So what does this all mean? It means the future isn't about just being good at your job, but being good at your job with AI, a new kind of partnership.
Yes. The profound shift is towards developing the wisdom to guide technology rather than just being guided by it. It fundamentally redefines what's valuable, emphasizing higher-order thinking and unique human judgment.
The manager's AI toolkit for proactive career development.
Okay, so AI is reshaping jobs and skills.
Yeah.
Now, how do managers actually harness this for career development? Because, let's face it, traditional corporate learning and development often feels pretty generic, one size fits all.
You've hit on a crucial pain point. For decades, L&D has been dominated by that standardized approach. Standard curricula, static content, same delivery for everyone.
Yeah, the dreaded mandatory training module.
Exactly. And it has real limitations. It often fails to connect with individual learning styles, existing knowledge, or specific career goals.
Yeah.
So what happens? Disengagement, low retention.
Plus, the content gets outdated so fast.
Right. It's laborious to produce and quickly obsolete. Feedback is delayed, subjective. The whole process can be inefficient, ineffective, hard to show ROI.
So, gone are the days of sitting through generic training that has nothing to do with you. This AI-augmented approach sounds like a dream for learners, tailoring things to you.
That's precisely the promise of the AI-augmented paradigm. It facilitates a fundamental shift from standardized to hyper-personalization at scale.
Hyper-personalization, how does that work?
AI algorithms analyze huge amounts of employee data, performance metrics, skill assessments, learning preferences, stated goals. Based on that, AI platforms design unique educational journeys for every single employee.
Wow. Truly individual.
Yes. Ensuring development is more engaging and directly aligned with both individual needs and the organization's objectives.
How does it actually do that? What are the features making this possible?
It's enabled by a suite of AI capabilities. First, adaptive learning modules. These create dynamic learning journeys that adapt in real time. If you struggle with a concept, the system gives you supplementary material. If you master it quickly, you can accelerate, skip ahead.
That's incredibly efficient, like having a personal tutor adjusting constantly.
It is. Second, dynamic content generation. Instead of static, manually created materials, GenAI can dynamically create personalized content quizzes, exercises, videos, even complex simulations tailored to your role and needs.
Content created just for me, on the fly.
Potentially, yes. And third, AI creates personalized learning paths. By analyzing your skill profile and career goals, it generates a unique learning trajectory, recommending courses, stretch assignments, even potential mentors.
Boosting engagement because it feels relevant.
Dramatically boosts engagement and retention, yes. People focus on skills that matter to them.
It sounds fantastic in theory. Is there data showing this actually works?
Absolutely. The shift is backed by compelling data. Organizations using AI-powered learning platforms report seeing things like a 50–70% reduction in training content creation time.
That's huge for the L&D team.
Massive. And on the learner side, personalized approaches increase knowledge retention by up to 25% and employee engagement by up to 50%.
Wow. Those are significant numbers.
They really are. It shows AI isn't just an incremental improvement here. It's truly transformative for corporate learning.
What's fascinating is how AI scales what used to be impossible, truly individualized learning for everyone.
Exactly. If you compare traditional versus AI-augmented L&D, personalization, dynamic content, real-time feedback, scalability, predictive insights, less admin burden, it's a completely different league.
Precision development, using GenAI for skill gap analysis.
Okay, so we've got this potential for hyper-personalized learning, but how do managers figure out what skills their teams actually need to develop in the first place? How does AI help with that critical skill gap analysis?
This is one of the most powerful applications of AI in talent management, I think. It allows for really sophisticated, proactive skill gap analysis, moving way beyond manual assessments or static competency models.
Giving managers a data-driven picture.
Exactly. A precise understanding of team capabilities and development needs.
How does it gather and process all that info to find the gaps?
Well, GenAI is brilliant at extracting and synthesizing information from large, diverse data sets. For skill gaps, it processes a wide variety of inputs.
Like what kind of inputs?
Things like internal performance data, quantitative metrics, qualitative feedback from reviews. It uses natural language processing, NLP, to analyze text from employee surveys, self-assessments, feedback sessions.
Pulling insights from in comments.
Yes, uncovering sentiments, perceived skill needs. It correlates results from formal skills tests and training records with current role requirements.
Okay.
And significantly, it can mine external market data, job postings, professional networking sites to benchmark skills against broader market demand, industry trends.
So comparing internal skills to what the market needs.
Exactly. By pulling all this together, GenAI gives managers concise, timely, holistic insights into their team's skills landscape.
That's incredible. It sounds like it's building a dynamic living profile of each person's capabilities.
It is. Based on this synthesized data, AI can create and maintain automated dynamic skill profiles, not just a static resume list. These are living documents highlighting verified skills, inferred competencies, strengths, weaknesses.
Saving managers tons of time and giving a much richer view.
A much more nuanced, up-to-date view than traditional methods.
But the real magic, for me anyway, seems to be the predictive part. Knowing what skills you'll need tomorrow, not just what you have today.
Absolutely. That predictive capability is the most strategic advantage. By analyzing organizational goals, strategic shifts, industry trends, AI models can forecast which skills will become most valuable.
Like seeing around corners.
Sort of. For instance, analyzing market reports and the company roadmap. An AI might predict a rising need for expertise in, say, sustainable materials or quantum computing.
Okay.
This foresight lets managers and HR move from being reactive, filling gaps as they appear, to being proactive, initiating upskilling before a critical gap emerges and hits the business.
So it's not just knowing your team's skills now, but what they'll need tomorrow. That's a massive competitive edge.
It transforms talent management from reactive fixes to strategic foresight. It fundamentally changes how you invest in people.
So for a manager, how does this work practically? What's the framework?
It boils down to a few key steps. First, aggregate data. Work with HR and IT to make sure relevant employee data is accessible to a secure, enterprise-grade AI platform.
Get the data plumbing right.
Crucial. Second, define requirements. Clearly outline the current and future skill needs for each role, aligned with objectives.
What skills does success require?
Exactly. Third, run the analysis. Use the AI tool to compare the employee data against those requirements. It generates individual and team gap reports.
Pinpointing the shortfalls.
Yes. And finally, prioritize and plan. Review the AI report, identify the most critical gaps based on urgency and business impact, and use those insights to create targeted development plans.
Co-creating career paths with AI.
Okay, so once those skill gaps are identified, the next logical step is actually closing them.
How does AI help managers and employees build those career development plans together?
This is where AI really transforms that traditional, often top-down planning into something dynamic and collaborative. It becomes a co-creation involving the manager, the employee, and AI tools.
Co-creation, I like that.
Yeah, it leverages the classic 5-step career development framework, but crucially, it augments each stage with intelligent tech.
So AI doesn't just dictate a path, it helps everyone work together to build one.
Exactly. The established process gives structure. AI enhances each step with personalized, data-driven insights. It starts with self-assessment, traditionally pretty subjective.
Right. But AI can make it more objective. It analyzes work history, project contributions, feedback to suggest strengths or development areas you might have overlooked.
So it's not just what you think you're good at, but what the data actually suggests.
Right. Then comes goal setting. After that assessment, AI helps translate broad aspirations into specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, smart goals.
Making goals concrete.
Yes. And based on your profile and organizational roles, AI can suggest potential career paths and milestones to reach them.
Okay.
Third, and this is where AI gets really tangible, is action planning. AI algorithms generate a highly personalized action plan. Specific knowledge, skills, experiences needed.
A roadmap.
Exactly. Recommending specific e-learning courses, connecting you with potential mentors, even suggesting internal stretch assignments or projects to build those competencies.
This is amazing. It's like having a hyper-personalized career coach that actually knows your company and what you need to grow.
It really is like that. And the AI's involvement continues into implementation. As you execute the plan, AI tools can help track progress, send reminders, offer encouragement,
Plus keeping you on track.
and providing on-demand resources if you hit obstacles. Finally, refinement. Career development isn't linear, right?
Definitely not.
So AI facilitates continuous refinement, periodically revisiting the plan, evaluating progress, dynamically adjusting goals or actions based on performance or changing aspirations.
So it's a living, breathing plan that evolves with you and the company.
Precisely. The key is that co-creation model. It's not the AI dictating, it's a triad.
Explain the triad.
The AI provides the data-driven, objective suggestions, the universe of resources. The employee provides personal aspirations, interests, context they own their journey. And the manager acts as coach and strategic partner.
Validating AI suggestions, aligning with company needs.
Exactly. Providing qualitative feedback, securing resources like project assignments or training budget. This human-in-the-loop ensures plans are both personalized and strategically relevant.
Can you give us a concrete example?
Yeah.
Say a marketing analyst wants to move into product marketing leadership.
Sure. Okay. Assessment. They use an AI career tool, maybe HR Brain's career coach. AI analyzes their history, feedback, identifies strong analytical skills, but gaps in strategic communication, team leadership.
Objective look.
Goal setting. AI presents a potential path, timeline, qualifications. Employee and manager review set a SMART goal. Acquire leadership skills over 18 months.
Clear target.
Action planning. AI generates a plan. Maybe enroll in a strategic storytelling online course. Join the mentorship program, request pairing with a senior product leader, and the manager assigns them lead on an upcoming product launch campaign for hands-on experience.
Specific actions.
Then implementation and refinement. Manager approves, assigns the project, AI tracks progress. Regular one-on-ones review progress, challenges. Maybe they add a public speaking workshop based on feedback from a campaign presentation. The plan evolves.
That's incredibly granular and tailored. Must make a huge difference in engagement and actually achieving the goal.
It does, and it raises an important question. How do we empower employees to truly own their development journey when these powerful AI tools provide such detailed guidance?
Maintaining that human agency.
Yes, ensuring AI is a guide, not a dictator, is key.
The rise of the AI coach and virtual mentor.
Following on from that, it sounds like AI can even step into roles that used to be just for expensive human experts, like coaches and mentors. How is that playing out?
Yeah, that's a significant evolution. The emergence of sophisticated AI coaching and virtual mentorship platforms. These tools are really democratizing access to personalized guidance.
Democratizing coaching, how?
Well, think about traditional one-on-one professional coaching. It's usually reserved for senior execs because it's expensive, doesn't scale.
Right.
AI-powered tools like CoachHub's AAE or CoachMe.ai offer personalized on-demand coaching to the entire workforce at a fraction of the cost.
Wow. So everyone gets a coach.
Potentially, yes.
Right.
It allows organizations to really build a development culture at all levels, providing resources for navigating challenges, pursuing growth.
It's like having that wise, experienced voice in your ear, available exactly when you need it for every single person on your team. What can these AI coaches actually do? Are they just chatbots?
No, they're much more sophisticated now. They directly support development plans. They help with goal management, setting, tracking, reflecting on goals through guided exercises, check-ins.
Okay.
They provide on-demand microlearning, recommending bite-sized content articles, videos, exercises right when you need it, reinforcing training or tackling an immediate challenge.
Just-in-time learning.
Exactly. A key advantage is creating simulated learning environments. AI generates realistic, interactive simulations for risk-free skill practice.
Especially for soft skills.
Particularly valuable there. You can role-play delivering difficult feedback or navigating a sales negotiation with an AI. It gives instant, objective feedback. You iterate and improve without real-world consequences.
That real-time, low-stakes practice sounds incredibly valuable, especially for sensitive stuff.
It is. And of course, 24/7 availability. Unlike human coaches, they're always there when you need them.
Makes sense, but they don't replace humans entirely.
Yeah, and that's crucial. Position them as a supplement, not a replacement. AI coaches excel at scalable, consistent, data-driven support skill drills, knowledge reinforcement.
What's left for human managers and mentors?
What they do best: strategic guidance, sharing wisdom from unique experience, emotional connection, navigating complex organizational politics areas. AI still falls short.
So it frees up humans for the deeper stuff.
Precisely. Coach Hub distinguishes between its Coach Hub companion AI supporting work between human coaching sessions and AMI, a standalone AI coach. That dual model illustrates the augmentation idea.
Okay.
And these applications, skill gap analysis, personalized planning, AI coaching, shouldn't be seen in isolation. They form an integrated strategic workflow.
How does that flow work?
It starts with diagnosis. AI skill gap analysis identifies needs. Then strategy managers and employees co-create the plan. Then execution AI coaches provide continuous, on-demand support to implement the plan.
Diagnose, strategize, execute.
Right. Orchestrating that cycle is a new, highly effective model for managers to cultivate talent. It fundamentally enhances their ability, making development truly continuous and effective.
Strategic leadership and ethical governance in the AI era?
We've talked a lot about how AI changes employee roles in development, but what about the manager's role itself? It sounds like that's also undergoing a pretty massive transformation.
Oh, it's undergoing a fundamental reshaping. Absolutely. Integrating GenAI isn't just changing employee tasks, it's profoundly altering the manager's role.
How so?
As AI systems increasingly handle things like administrative oversight, performance tracking, data analysis, that traditional command and control style of management is becoming obsolete.
Less directing tasks.
Much less. The manager's value shifts dramatically away from being a task director towards being an orchestrator of talent, technology, and strategy.
Orchestrator. I like that.
It fits. There's that saying, AI won't replace managers who use AI will replace managers who don't. I think there's a lot of truth in that.
That really turns the traditional idea of a boss on its head, doesn't it? It's about being more human, not less.
Precisely. Many core functions of a traditional manager, tracking productivity, project progress, optimizing workflows, allocating tasks, are prime candidates for AI augmentation or automation.
Freeing managers from the admin grind.
Yes, freeing them from minutia, but demanding a profound shift in focus. How they define their contribution changes. With AI handling the heavy lifting analytically, the most effective managers will be those who excel at the uniquely human aspects of leadership.
Less supervision, more cultivation.
Exactly. The new skill set includes strategic and critical thinking, moving beyond just assigning work to interpreting complex AI insights, integrating them into bigger strategic decisions, questioning AI assumptions, balancing tech possibilities with business realities.
So they become more of a strategist, less of a taskmaster.
Exactly. Then there's emotional intelligence, EQ. As tech handles more analysis, the manager's ability to connect with the human element becomes paramount.
Empathy, psychological safety.
Yes. Demonstrating empathy, especially during change, fostering psychological safety for experimenting, raising concerns, building trust, team cohesion, being supportive during uncertainty, and critically, coaching and mentoring. Freed from constant admin, managers have more time and headspace to be true coaches. Developing people, guiding them, helping navigate career paths, sparking creative thinking.
More time for people development.
Definitely. And finally, fostering creativity and innovation. The role expands beyond just efficient execution to actively creating an environment where innovation flourishes, encouraging teams to use AI for brainstorming, experimenting, creative problem solving.
What's truly striking here is how those seemingly soft skills, empathy, coaching, become the hardest, most valuable currency for leaders now.
Absolutely. It's about orchestrating that symphony of human and artificial intelligence. The manager is the essential human interface, leveraging the best of both.
Leading through uncertainty, communicating about AI and managing anxiety.
Okay, it's clear AI brings fundamental change. And change, well, it often brings anxiety. How do managers effectively lead through that uncertainty, especially around those job security fears?
This is perhaps one of the most critical leadership challenges right now. Successfully integrating AI is as much about change management as it is about technology.
People management is key.
Totally. Employee anxiety about job displacement is a huge barrier. Managers are on the front lines. A proactive, transparent, empathetic communication strategy is essential to build trust and foster a positive transition.
So rule number 1, don't ignore the elephant in the room.
Precisely. First and foremost, create a safe space for open dialogue. Acknowledge the legitimacy of job security fears. Listen without being dismissive.
Ignoring it breeds mistrust.
Absolutely. Managers should proactively start these conversations, even if they don't have all the answers. It shows they're navigating it alongside the team. A core part of the communication strategy has to be consistently framing AI as that collaborative partner augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them.
Reinforce the augmentation message.
Constantly. Emphasize how AI eliminates mundane, repetitive tasks, freeing people for more engaging, creative, strategic work.
Use concrete examples.
Crucial. Show, don't just tell. Demonstrate how an AI tool compiles report data in minutes, giving the employee more time for analysis and recommendations. Transform the task perception from data entry to strategic analysis.
So it's not enough to just bring in the tools. You have to bring your people along, too, with empathy and a clear vision of how it helps them.
And that requires transparency and proactive communication. Build trust through openness. Communicate implementation plans early, often through multiple channels.
Explain the why.
Yes. Be clear about the business case growth, new opportunities, and how it benefits employees. Regular Q&A sessions, town halls, make it a shared journey, not a top-down mandate. But ultimately, communication needs to be backed by concrete action. The most effective way to ease fear is empowering employees with skills.
Training and upskilling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Champion and provide access to training for AI literacy, those fusion and metacognitive skills. When employees see a clear path for learning, see the organization investing in them, anxiety drops significantly.
That 80% statistic you mentioned, feeling more comfortable after training, is powerful.
It really is. It shows empowerment is the most potent antidote to fear. Training isn't just about skills, it's about building confidence.
Makes sense.
Which raises an important question for organizations. How do you consistently demonstrate investment in your workforce, not just the technology, to build that true confidence and commitment? It needs to be tangible.
The ethical tightrope, navigating data privacy and algorithmic bias.
Okay, the power of AI for personalization is clear, but that also brings us right to a really crucial ethical area: data privacy and the risk of algorithmic bias. This feels like an area where we need to tread incredibly carefully.
It is indeed the ethical tightrope. As managers use AI for employee development, they inherit significant ethical and legal responsibilities.
Because it relies on sensitive employee data.
Exactly. Performance reviews, skills assessments, feedback, career goals, highly sensitive stuff. And using that data creates major risks around privacy and bias. It needs diligence, clear policies, robust human oversight.
What are the biggest privacy risks we should be aware of?
There are serious legal risks. Inputting personally identifiable information, PII, into public or insecure third-party GenAI platforms. That's a potential major breach of regulations like GDPR or CCPA.
Huge fines, reputational damage.
Absolutely. A particularly high risk is using AI tools where user inputs are retained to train the model.
Why is that so risky?
Because confidential employee data could inadvertently leak to other users or worse, get permanently baked into the AI's network, effectively making private company data public.
Accidentally training a public AI on your company's sensitive employee reviews or proprietary info. That's a nightmare scenario.
It's a huge concern, so managers must enforce strict data governance.
What does that involve?
Thoroughly vetting AI vendors, checking security, privacy policies, compliance certs like SOC2, ISO 27001. Using enterprise-grade tools, secure platforms behind corporate firewalls. With contractual guarantees, data won't be used for model training or shared.
Keeping data internal and secure.
Yes, and establishing clear protocols. Strictly prohibiting employees from putting sensitive info into public AI tools like consumer ChatGPT or Claude. And finally, maintaining transparency with employees about what data is used, how, and the safeguards in place. Beyond privacy, there's the pervasive challenge of algorithmic bias.
AI learning our own biases.
Yes, AI systems learn from historical data. If that data reflects existing societal or organizational biases, gender, racial disparities in past hiring or promotions, the AI can replicate and even amplify them.
Making discrimination harder to spot than human bias.
Often, yes. For example, if past data shows men were promoted more, an AI might disproportionately recommend men for leadership development, even if equally qualified women exist. It just learns the pattern.
So the AI just learns and doubles down on our flawed history. How do we fight that?
Mitigating bias is a critical responsibility. Practical strategies include ensuring diverse teams are involved in selecting, implementing, and overseeing AI HR tools. Different perspectives catch more potential biases.
Makes sense.
Conducting regular audits. Periodically testing AI systems for biased outcomes. Analyzing if recommendations disproportionately favor or disadvantage certain groups, and adjusting the system.
Checking the outputs for fairness.
Prioritizing explainable AI, XAI, favoring tools that offer transparency that can provide a rationale for their recommendations. This lets managers understand the why and assess fairness.
Understand how the AI reached its conclusion.
And perhaps most critically, maintaining a human in the loop. This is the crucial safeguard. A human always makes the final decision on critical talent matters, promotions, pay, hiring. AI is decision support, not the final arbiter.
So the manager's role expands significantly here, not just leader, but data steward too.
Exactly. The push for hyper-personalization creates this inherent tension with data privacy. You need rich data for personalization, but using it creates risk.
A balancing act.
It is. It doesn't mean abandoning AI for development, but it fundamentally constrains how it's implemented. Managers can't just encourage using public AI tools for sensitive work.
Need strategic investment in secure infrastructure.
Yes. The organization must invest in secure, private, enterprise-level AI. And the manager becomes that data steward, educating the team on safe, ethical use of approved tools, enforcing governance. This tension shapes how AI can be used, underscoring the need for governance and human oversight.
Cultivating a future-ready culture.
So we've covered the tech, the changing roles, the crucial ethics, but for all of this to actually work, to stick, it sounds like there needs to be a fundamental shift in the culture of an organization.
You've hit on arguably the most critical element. Technology alone doesn't create transformation. Culture does.
Culture eats strategy for breakfast, right?
That's the saying. To really get the benefits of GenAI, organizations must cultivate a culture that actively embraces continuous learning, adaptation, and responsible experimentation.
And managers are key to that at the team level.
They are the primary architects of this culture on the ground, setting the tone, leading by example.
Why is continuous learning so imperative now? It feels like we've always talked about lifelong learning, but AI makes it feel more urgent.
Because the pace of change is exponential. AI capabilities evolve so fast. A fixed skill set can become obsolete in years, maybe even months.
Standing still means falling behind, fast.
Exactly. So continuous lifelong learning isn't just a nice-to-have competitive advantage anymore. It's a fundamental requirement for organizational survival and relevance. Everyone needs to constantly update skills, adapt approaches, and creating this culture starts with leadership modeling the way.
What does that look like?
Managers need to visibly demonstrate a growth mindset. Approach AI with curiosity, a willingness to learn, openly admitting what they don't know, embracing change as opportunity, not threat.
Showing vulnerability, being a learner too.
Yes.
Yep.
And equally important, encouraging experimentation, creating psychological safety where employees feel okay trying new AI tools without fear of punishment if it doesn't work out perfectly.
Viewing mistakes as learning opportunities.
Absolutely critical for fostering innovation and driving adoption. Fear kills experimentation.
It's all about fostering an environment where curiosity trumps fear, and learning is just part of everyone's daily work, not some separate annual event.
Exactly. And building this AI-ready culture is an intentional process. It needs a structured framework.
What would that framework include?
First, establish strategic oversight. Form a cross-functional AI steering committee, senior leaders, IT, HR, business units, to define objectives, prioritize use cases, ensure alignment.
Get everyone on the same page strategically.
Second, invest intentionally in training. Go beyond one-off workshops. Allocate dedicated time and resources for ongoing AI literacy for all employees, including hands-on practice with real prompts and use cases.
Make it continuous and practical.
Third, create safe spaces for experimentation. Set up low-stakes sandboxes or pilot groups. Let people test new AI tools on real work problems. This gives valuable feedback and creates internal champions.
Learning by doing in a safe zone.
Exactly. And finally, communicate the why relentlessly. Leaders and managers must consistently reinforce the strategic purpose, connect AI to business goals, better customer experience, faster innovation, and to individual benefits, less tedious work, growth opportunities.
Help people see what's in it for me.
Yes. When people understand the purpose, they engage with the change.
What's truly critical here is that culture, often seen as intangible, is arguably the most essential component for actually realizing AI's transformative potential. Without it, the best tech just sits there.
Couldn't agree more. Culture is the enabling layer.
Conclusion: designing the future of human-AI collaboration.
Redesigning career trajectories for a collaborative future.
This entire discussion really leads us to a huge concluding question. If AI is fundamentally changing work itself, then how do we even think about career paths anymore? That traditional linear ladder seems, well, pretty outdated now.
It is indeed outdated. The integration of GenAI into the fabric of work necessitates a fundamental redesign of how we envision career progression.
The old ladder is broken.
Or at least insufficient. That steady climb up a predefined hierarchy just doesn't fit a world where skills, roles, even entire functions are constantly shifting. The future needs more dynamic, adaptive, collaborative models.
So what replaces the ladder? What does the new model look like?
The emerging paradigm seems to be the skills-based career lattice.
Lattice, not ladder. Interesting.
Yeah. Progression isn't defined by a rigid sequence of job titles, but by continuously acquiring and applying valuable competencies. Employees move more fluidly, laterally, diagonally, upwardly based on skills.
More flexible, more agile.
Much more agile for both the organization deploying talent and the employee finding diverse growth opportunities. It's less about a fixed path, more a network of possibilities tied to evolving skills. And this evolution of career paths will likely follow the stages of AI adoption. We don't need to get into every stage detail, but the key idea is that as AI gets more integrated,
From personal assistant to capability expander to ambient AI.
right, all the way to managing teams of humans and AI agents, the career paths themselves have to reflect that increasing sophistication of human-AI collaboration. They must be redesigned around it.
It's like the career map just exploded into this vast interconnected network where your skills are your passport to new adventures. What does the ideal professional look like in this landscape? Is there a model?
The model often discusses the T-shaped professional.
T-shaped, explain that.
Imagine the letter T. The vertical bar is deep domain expertise, profound understanding of your specific fields, marketing, finance, engineering, whatever. That's crucial for context. Judgment AI lacks.
The specialist part.
Right. The horizontal bar is broad collaborative and technological fluency. High comfort working with AI tools, interpreting data, collaborating effectively across different teams.
The generalist, collaborative, tech-savvy part.
Exactly. Future career development needs to build both dimensions of the T's deep expertise and broad fluency. And this creates entirely new trajectories. An entry-level data analyst learns AI for data cleaning, then maybe becomes an AI-enhanced business strategist using predictive models, then progresses to human AI collaboration manager, orchestrating human AI teams.
More fluid, skills-focused, tech-integrated paths.
Completely.
This isn't just about adapting to AI. It feels like it's about actively designing the future of work, where human uniqueness and tech capability achieve outcomes we haven't even fully imagined yet.
That's the opportunity, to proactively design that future, not just react to it.
Actionable recommendations for the modern manager.
That's a truly inspiring vision of the future. But okay, for managers listening right now, it can still feel like a lot to take in. Where do they actually start? What are the immediate actionable things they can do now to prepare themselves and their teams?
Absolutely. It's about making it practical. There are concrete steps managers can take right now. First, assess yourself and your team.
Know your starting point.
Exactly. Do an honest assessment against that essential skills matrix, technical AI literacy, fusion skills, metacognitive skills. Where are the strengths? Where are the critical gaps? That's your baseline.
Okay, step one, self-awareness.
Second, start small. Start now. Don't wait for the perfect top-down company strategy. Initiate a small pilot project within your own team.
Don't boil the ocean.
Right. Pick one or two motivated employees. Use a secure, approved AI tool if you have one, and collaboratively co-create their development plans using it. Use it as a low-stakes learning opportunity for everyone, including yourself.
Learn by doing, with minimal risk. Smart.
Third, open the dialogue immediately. Don't wait for anxieties to fester. Proactively schedule a team meeting just to discuss AI. Use that communication framework. Acknowledge fears. Frame AI as augmentative. Be transparent about knowns and unknowns. And crucially, gather ideas from the team on how AI could help them.
Make it a conversation, not a mandate.
Absolutely. Fourth, audit your tools and data policies. This is critical. Partner with IT, HR, Legal. Get clarity on approved versus unofficial AI tools being used. Understand the company's data privacy and security rules for employee company info. Ensure your team complies.
Avoid those ethical and legal pitfalls.
Essential. Fifth, champion a culture of learning. Make learning visible and valued. Dedicate a bit of team meeting time for a learning share. Let people talk about AI experiments, what worked, what didn't, what they discovered. Model that growth mindset. Celebrate learning, even the failures.
Make learning normal, everyday work.
Yes. Build that cultural foundation.
These aren't just abstract concepts. These are your immediate action items that actually start leading in the AI era.
And finally, to make work redesign tangible, rethink one role. Pick one specific job role on your team, sit down with that person, collaboratively brainstorm. How could GenAI augment their responsibilities over the next, say, 18 months? Map out new tasks they could take on, old ones they could delegate to AI.
Making it real for one person, one role.
Exactly. It's the first step in actively redesigning career paths from the ground up, moving from theory to practice right within your team. Which really leaves us with an important question for you, the listener. Which of these concrete steps do you feel most compelled to implement first to start shaping the future of work for your team? Outro.
Wow. What an incredible journey we've had today. We've really tried to demystify generative AI, explored its truly transformative impact on jobs and skills, unveiled that new skills matrix needed for human-AI collaboration.
And equipped managers with a powerful toolkit for hyper-personalized career development.
Exactly. We even navigated that crucial ethical tightrope, data privacy bias, and talked about how to cultivate a future-ready culture.
A lot to cover.
It was. Our aim, as always, was to give you that shortcut to being well-informed, provide maybe a few of those aha moments that help you see the path forward in all this complexity.
And perhaps leave you with one final thought to connect this all to the bigger picture. Considering the incredibly rapid evolution of AI and this imperative of continuous learning and adaptation we discussed.
Yeah. How might the very concept of retirement, or maybe the end of a traditional career, need to be fundamentally redefined for each of us in the coming years?
That's a big one. Something to definitely mull over as you think about your own path and the paths of those you lead. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the future of human-AI collaboration.